Hello and welcome to Frozen Synapse Live number 8. Today we'll be looking at the semis and finals of DGL number 8, as well as announcing the game of the week. With me today is Nietzsche, who should be here in a moment.
Hey buddy, I'm here.
Right, unless you have anything to say, we can just get started.
Anything to say? No, I don't think so. I think we can just get started.
Okay, for the first match in the semis, we have Jeffis versus Total Warmage in a secure match. It's a match with very small teams, with Jeffis having 2 MGs and Total Warmage having a sniper and an MG. Do you have
Sorry,
the game
Meneth. That's what I'm doing right now.
You're too disorganized.
I'm sorry, man. I've been a little busy over the past week. How you been, Meneth? I haven't been.
I've been sick.
You've been sick? What have you had?
I have no idea, really. Probably just a bad cold.
Well, I'm looking at the stream and I'm looking at the first thing I notice is the bid. Okay, here we go. It's loaded now.
Yeah, it's a pretty big bid on Total Warmage's part, and apparently he doesn't like us looking at it.
Oh, okay. He says don't show that match. Yeah, unfortunately we are gonna have to show it, because that's what the show does. But, yeah, I think it's, it might be a little too big, especially given the potentially short rush distance of the MG on the sniper at the top left corner.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's all. Let's take a look at the first turn.
Very passive turn on both players' part. Yeah, and Jeffis only moves at all at the very end of the turn.
Yeah, not much. It looks like they were just scoping out the initial positions. However, it was quite smart of Jeffis to move at the very end. This way now he has some advantage over the area in which those 2 units are able to aim, because he can stand them still, or at least one of them still. So I imagine he's going to try and rush up towards that top building, and from there I think he'll have a pretty good chance against the sniper.
Yeah, he can easily take out the sniper from the window at least.
Yeah, and this is why I would say that I think the bid is not quite right, because I think that it forces Total Wormage's defense to be too spread out, and I can imagine the kinds of things that Jeff is going to be able to do to win the game.
Yeah, let's play turn 2 though. And yes, you predicted Jeffis runs towards the top building, but he does manage to lose an MG.
Yeah,
but in return he takes out the MG, and I don't think there's much Total Warmage can do now, as he has to defend the top here, and at this range the MG will almost certainly win.
Exactly. So I'd assume that the game ends here, and well, not on the next turn, but I guess the turn right after.
Yeah, that's got more to do with actually making it to the zone, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see what's happens in turn 3. Yeah, he moves the sniper, but yeah, due to how long this bid was, Jeffis can just stand around the corner here and be safe, and he has now basically won. Yeah,
so I would just say, obviously Total Wormage is a great player. Got this far in the in a lot of DGLs. Is quite accomplished as far as that's concerned. But what we can learn from this game is that, you know, really when we're bidding in secure, you know, we want to think about you know, things like this very basic strategical idea of using the building for cover to, you know, turn and try and take out the sniper at range.
Yeah. Right, let's go onwards to the next match then.
Okay. I'm getting there.
You didn't see that building. Well, that's great.
It happens, you know, there's so much in this game to take into account, and sometimes you take into account all the small things and miss something really quite big. I know that happens to me quite often.
At least that's your excuse.
That's my excuse. One of many. All right, so
So right.
this is we're in a disputed game, right?
Yeah, and for once there's balanced teams.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be quite nice. There's this huge open space in the middle. This should lead to some exciting play later on when the boxes spawn, so long as one side doesn't get a numerical advantage from fighting in the early game. But yeah, I mean, other than the fact that Jeffus might have access to those top buildings, and can probably, you know, do some interesting maneuvering around that position up there. I would say the map looks fairly equal.
Yeah, and as this match lasts longer than 4 turns, we should get to actually see some fighting over the boxes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's play that first turn.
And yeah, Jeffes concentrates a bit on the upper bit here with his shotgun, and covers most of the central and lower area with his bottom MG and his other MG. So Jeffes now has a pretty great position, but since he on the horizontal here has 1 MG versus 2 there, he has to maneuver so that he doesn't get picked off there.
I really like Total Wormage's opening. I mean, obviously Jeff is what he did is fine as well.
Sorry, I'm mixing up Jeffes and Total Wormage. Yeah, Total Wormage has a nice opening here.
Right, yeah.
But he has to move that MG1 so he doesn't get killed.
Right, that's definitely true. I was just gonna say that I would have liked to have seen an aggressive play from Jeffus, using a shotgun and one of his MGs to try and take the top middle building that's kind of poking out towards the center, and use that to try and grab boxes on turn 5. But this is fine too, I guess. I just feel like his units might be a little out of position there. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, and from what I can tell, every player has seen the other player's units and have pretty recent intel on them. So should be no surprises on that part at least.
Yeah.
So let's just play turn 2. Yeah.
Whoa.
Total Wormage
Okay.
actually doesn't move his MG. That could have been risky, as he could have been distracted or similar. He does a duck in between there, so I guess he was prepared for possible distractions.
Yeah. Hard to say exactly what the command chain was on that turn without really going into it, but other than that, I mean, as far as the wow, man, you do sound a little sick. You gonna be okay?
Now I just have a cough now, really. All the other symptoms have gone away.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, it looks like not much has changed. So let's go into turn 3.
Yep. Total Wormage moves away from his position there. I'm not sure how smart that was, but we'll see.
Yeah, a very interesting sort of I don't know, just kind of cat and mouse sizing each other up. That seems to be happening at the very beginning of this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of timing here where it's
Yeah.
almost impossible for anyone to get the kill shot.
Yeah, that's what it looks like is happening. So far, really well played. I mean, to lesser players, there definitely be some back and forth. One player perhaps getting a unit taken out, but here we see some really nice foresight as far as the engagements are concerned.
Yeah, for example, the Jeffy's MG1 only stops at the corner at the very end of the turn, so if he's in an unfair engagement like he is, he can just cancel the engagement and run away.
Yeah, this will be an interesting turn coming up because if I'm looking at this correctly, the Jeff's number 1 MG does not see the number 1 up top there, and it looks, perhaps it might look from his perspective like he has a numerical advantage on Total Wormage's MG number 2, and that he might try a distraction here, and it could fail based on the position of Total Wormage's number 1 MG.
No,
I'm
he's
not
seen it
exact-
repeatedly, and it looks like it's engaging at the very end of the turn there.
So he does, yeah, he's seen it. I'm just looking at this again. Yeah, I'm sorry, he sees it right as he turns that corner, so I was just looking at the image at the very end of the screen. So he does know it's there. I mean, it'll just be interesting to see. I'm clicking on the on Jeff's command line here, and it's really quite complicated. So we'll see what happens. Let's look at turn 4.
Okay. All these
Wow.
commands are getting in the way.
Yeah.
Right, turn 4 here.
Wow. Well, it looks as though. Man, this is really hard to judge.
Well, Jeffys should be able to grab the box, then break line of sight with the red MG2. So he should be able to get that box at least.
I'm not sure. Partly because I'm clicking on his command chain and noticing he doesn't go for it. Because the red MG number 2 is engaging right now, so it might be too long of a distance to have to be able to to travel in sight. But wow, yeah. Other than that, I really have no idea. Because it's partly it's so hard to judge these things because you don't know what and when players have seen things. It's so difficult to I don't know, look at things, but but yeah. Why don't we just play turn 5 and see what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, Total Warmage is a bit careless and loses one of his MGs, giving Jeffs a clear advantage here.
Yeah, I'm wondering how that. Yeah, I wonder. Oh, okay. He must not have seen the position of the number 2. That doesn't make sense to me, though.
Yeah, I guess he just didn't properly account for it.
Yeah, I guess so. Because he moves up a little bit just into sight range. And that's when he starts to engage. And obviously loses by virtue of his movement.
It's
Yeah.
nice to have actually both players of the match in chat for once.
Oh!
Yeah, Total Warmage apparently didn't realize Jeff's MG stayed there.
Wow!
So
I didn't
yeah,
even...
like I suggested, he just didn't account for it.
Yeah. Hey, Jeffus. I just noticed that you were in chat. So hello. We've had a lot of fun covering your 2 wins in the past, and we'll have fun covering this one as well. I
Stop
think last
winning
time
so
I
much.
yeah, I know. I think last time I hyped you up. It's like pretty hardcore. So anyway, let's take a look at. I mean, it looks like a very dangerous position for both players now, as the shotguns are in such close proximity.
Yeah, but Jeffis can just stay in that place. Really, I don't think Total Warmish knows exactly where it is. So
Yeah.
yeah, or he could strafe back and forth and thus pick off the shotgunner if it tries to advance.
Ethan says we should consider guest appearances for live analyzing of games. This is something I thought of as well. I think it would be quite fun. However, there are some issues regarding this. You know, players are from all different places, and not everyone has fluency in the English language. We have just, you know, timing issues are a problem. So.
It'd be nice to do once in a while.
It would definitely be nice to do once in a while.
I mean, follow the schedule, and if you see some of your games are coming up, just talk to me or Nietzsche and ask if you can be on the show, and we'll probably be happy to have you on here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I personally think it would be fun if we had more interaction with the actual players of the DGL. So. All right, let's take a look at turn 6.
Yep. Yeah, nothing much happens quite yet. I'm not sure if Total Warmers can break line of sight in time there to avoid getting killed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. I would say probably not.
Yeah, according to Ethan, no, I mean Jeffis, he can't get out of line of sight in time.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that he could. So it looks like although Total Wormage has nabbed a box, he's probably going to lose another unit, or lose the unit that has the box. I believe the number 1 MG grabbed it. So
yeah, I just checked.
All right, so let's have a look at the last turn.
Yep. And yeah, the MG dies, and so does the SG.
Yeah, that was a really interesting game to watch. It must have been really tense for both players for quite a bit of time as they were, you know, scouting each other and like almost engaging. Sorry, Nimrath, I just stopped my my commentary because
it's Dev Gaming League number 8. This is one of the semi-finals.
Yeah, there are regular tournaments that we've been holding, that Meneth has been working on, and we comment on them every weekend. So check it out. Also, Meneth streams also sometimes during the week. I think what you said on Monday and Thursday, right?
Yep, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Yeah, and the ones during the week he does more instructional and edutainment type stuff. So
yeah, this show in general is focused upon tactics, really, as that's the most important thing when it comes to Frozen Synapse.
Absolutely. Alright, well, let's move on to the, well, that should have been...
Oh hey, we apparently pronounced his name right. That's nice.
That's nice. Let's move on to, the third game. Although Jeffis has won the 2 necessary, we'll just look at this charge game. because Total Wormage did play really well in especially that last game, and it looks like he won this game. So we definitely want to check out his wins,
And
especially for being such a
stop getting
so encouraging
distracted.
to all of us. Yeah, sorry. All right. Wow, it looks like a pretty aggressive bid from Total Wormage. But he does have the shotgun and the grenade launcher, so this is not at all surprising to me. What do you think about it?
Could you repeat that?
I said quite an aggressive bid from Total Wormage.
Yeah.
But not surprising.
He has a shotgun, so he can probably make it.
Yeah, and the grenade, which is a very mobile unit, yeah, can be good for. I think it's in particular. For me, I like to use it together with the shotgun. I find that they sort of combo together fairly well. But that's just something I've noticed.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
Oh, and
take a
we
look at the
saved
first
him
one.
off the cost of buying another monitor.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Right, first
Alright.
turn here.
Yeah, let's play the first turn out. Good positioning from both players. Jeff is choosing to run both MGs forward instead of perhaps leaving one behind to give supporting fire. Just in case that shotgun
because
comes
of all the
around.
buildings in the way, there's not really all that many good positions for him to put his MGs further back.
Alright, okay, fair point. But he could, for instance, leave one in the top left bit of cover that's in front of the building, and then use the other one in the central window area. I would say in general this is going to be difficult. That middle building is really tough. But thankfully there are no exits from the bottom building that the grenade launcher is in. There are no exits directly towards the bid line.
Yeah, so Total Wormage will have to run that up unless he's going to try to provide
Yeah, and he'll
covering
have-
fire from inside the building.
Yeah, and run into sniper range.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's see what they do on the second turn. Ooh,
yeah, he
so
makes
that was a bit silly.
Oh.
But hey, at least Jeff has managed to take out that shotgun as well.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great play. I mean, I don't know.
I think it was a worthy sacrifice for Jeff at least.
Yeah, well, the problem is that is he going to be able to get?
Yeah, I think he probably
I think
will.
so. Yeah, I think so too. But that was a really nice play from Jeffis there. I would say I'm not necessarily certain if he did equalize the game here, because I mean it was a really pretty imbalanced map. But definitely taking care of that shotgunner is so huge.
Yeah, and due to where Total Worm just put his grenade launcher, that cannot get to the line easily. So that's another advantage for Jeffis.
Yeah, why don't we play through that turn 2 again? That's so impressive. Did he have... I'm wondering if he had any intel on the shotgun's position.
From what I can tell, he didn't. Or... No, he didn't have any intel on it, from what I can tell.
Jeff, is you listening? How do you make that play? I guess you just figure...
It's a likely place to run the shotgun, really, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and
it looks like it was focused on the shotgun, seeing as they didn't attempt to fire at the MG.
yeah. Wow, some nice, I guess, sort of metagaming from Jeff is there. Just, guessing exactly his opponent's strategy. Yeah, I didn't know where, but I knew it was somewhere there. Yeah, that's pretty impressive play there. Let's go into turn 3.
Yep.
Because Total Wormage does
yeah,
manage to take it out. Yeah, now he...
I'm just wondering if that's Sniper can manage to take out that MG.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Well, let's just see. No.
So the MG did get taken out, and
Yeah.
so that was really unfortunate. If that had worked, you know, we would be looking at that. We could be looking at a completely different result. But also just like spot on sort of game sense from Total Wormage, keeping that MG that moved in a position to cover the top area,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
make that exchange a good one as opposed to a bad one.
Yeah. The MG might have survived maybe if it had stopped aiming earlier. But who knows, really.
Yeah, I
As
oh, you're saying
it was
as
aiming
it
until...
rounded the corner.
Yeah, it was
Right.
aiming until the very end of the turn.
Yeah.
Well, let's go onwards to Propost versus Siren. First up is Secure.
Total Wormage, you said you had a view of both the MGs, but he only had one. Ah, okay. He says I knew he was going for that upper door, so you had to watch it. Yeah,
Siren's
that's what I was-
level is crazy.
Yeah, he's played tons of games.
Anyway, a 4-way Secure. I hate those.
Shoot. Sorry, I just have to keep bouncing around windows to get the game IDs, so I'm a little bit behind.
180991.
I have it now. And we are loading, and
See, that's why I've got 3 monitors. I can have RC up on one monitor, Frozen Synapse on the middle, and Notepad++ and the streaming program on the right-hand monitor.
that's fantastic. If I could afford 3 monitors and a computer that was fast enough to like handle it. Oh wow, look at this game. Sorry, the game just loaded for me.
And you are, as usual, easily distracted.
Easily distracted. Yes, you could, but not in the game. Actually, you know, I plan for distractions well.
Apparently
I'm
you are stuttering.
again. I tend to do this when I get distracted. Sorry, guys. My apologies.
Right, I'd say Siren has a big advantage due to having 2 shotgunners.
Yeah. It looks like Propat's bid is to try to sort of zone out the shotgunners with the MGs. Although it's going to be very hard. See, this is another map where I think that the whole concept of Secure is kind of ruined, because look at where look at where Propat's bid. He bid to lose the... Anyway, let's have... I guess I should probably not go into it too far.
Right,
But let's go
audio
into
problems again, apparently. Let's see if there's anything I can do to fix this. I can try changing audio source.
Oh.
Okay, does that fix the problems, people?
Does that fix the problems? Someone might have slipped you some acid recently.
Ah. Yeah,
Why
XSplit
don't you
doesn't let...
just restart the Skype call. That's what worked last time. Let's just do it again.
No, it didn't work last time. But I can try anyway. I'm guessing the music is problematic as well? Yeah.
Hey.
Right then, I'll try disabling the audio adapter and restarting it. I guess that might work.
Yeah, we might have to restart the stream.
Does that fix anything?
Does that fix anything?
Oh.
Guys!
Okay, now
It's fixed.
Great, now I know how to fix it at least, without restarting the stream.
Great.
Okay, just tell me if it ever happens again, and I'll just disable and re-enable my audio, and that should fix it. Okay, let's get started on the first turn here.
Yeah.
Yeah, propose this aiming wildly with his MGs to cover as much as possible, while Siren is somewhat passive, so he doesn't run into line of sight and gets killed.
Interesting.
With the ranges at the moment,
Way to play it.
I'm guessing Siren has somewhat of an advantage.
Yeah, I
While
mean...
the sniper is, of course, pretty useless at the moment.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about this because, what's happening is, I feel fairly unique for a secure game, so... Because I mean, it's possible he might be able to hold this. I mean, obviously right now the number 2 MG is in grave danger of being taken out by one of the shotguns. But the thing is so long as he's able to make that a trade,
Those MGs have some sweet moves.
Yeah. He said, I move the sniper down under the big building and cover from the corner. But that's just me. Yeah, I think that's definitely an idea. It's quite a bit of a long ways for the sniper to go, and you know, light secure is a 6-turn limit game, so it might be a little slow. It might work for dark, not sure, because the dark secure is a 12-turn limit. In light secure, you definitely have to have a plan on the very first turn and begin to execute very quickly. So I would say that just... Sorry, dry fire just... Okay, it still works.
Okay, let's go onwards to turn 2.
Okay.
Well, the sniper
Whoa.
dies, becoming even more useless. And I think the MG3 will probably get picked off by that shotgunner, but I'm not sure. If it's barely within shotgunner range, the shotgunner will win, of course, but if it's barely outside, the MG might win.
Yeah, well... yeah. I mean, the thing that he's got to try, if it's in range... well, if it can get in range, because the shotgun is slightly faster, is to just try to run up so that... Actually, I have no idea. Let's see how it works, I guess. I mean, obviously the killing the sniper was good, but it provides... I wouldn't have gone so directly for it, maybe? I'm not sure. Because, relative to the other units, it presents such a small threat.
Yeah. Right, let's see what happens in turn 3 then. Yeah, the SG, as predicted, takes out the MG. While the other SG is nicely managed by Siren and managed to keep both MGs nicely distracted. And the bottom SG can now just come up behind the left MG and kill it.
Wow, great play there, because yeah, it looks like the number 1 MG is toast. And can you play that again?
Yep.
The turn again? nice
Yeah, there's some
tactical vision
very
by
nice maneuvering
Siren.
on
Yeah.
Simon's part.
Let's move on.
Yep, I'm guessing the MG is getting the kill there. Ah, no, Siren doesn't aim properly and just loses his SG
Oh.
and might have lost the match now.
Oh, that is so tragic. After a brilliant turn, he makes this. That is just a really bad blunder. I mean, I'm trying to look at it very close to see. Oh, yeah. The aiming isn't quite right. And so the shotgun loses an encounter that it would otherwise win. At the same time, like, it's kind of nice, a really solid try on Propass' part. Do exactly what he did, hoping that something like that could happen.
Yep. So I guess it might be lost now for Siren. So,
I would say so, as there's no way he can kill the number 2.
yeah.
He just leaves it there for
Had
to get
he
killed.
aimed properly, then he would probably have won.
yeah,
But-
and probably won the game.
It's a shame.
It is a shame, especially after that really nice turn previously. I just noticed my webcam is on. That's why my computer is so slow.
You've got to have a really slow computer.
Yeah, I do. Big deal. What of it? It works. It plays the game for me.
Yeah, the game runs on almost anything.
Yeah. Alright, so let's pull up the next game.
It didn't register the last number, of course. That's great. Right, disputed. Ooh, there's a rocket involved.
Oh, great. Our favorite thing to talk about.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
Past has 3 MGs and rockets. Siren has 2 snipers, an SG and an MG. The snipers don't seem all that useful on this map, especially since he's not the one with the rockets.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this could lead to really interesting play, or it could just fall apart really quickly. And I don't know. This is why when we get, they really need to patch this game so that we can get tournament support. So I mean, because this map is
Well, tournament
somewhat
support is
ridiculous.
upcoming, but Armroth is currently busy at PAX, and he's got some stuff he needs to do after that as well.
Okay. Well, let's look at this game.
Yep. Right, turn 1. Positioning, positioning, positioning.
Yeah.
Siren apparently likes the edges of the map.
Well, it's probably the best place for those snipers at this time.
Yeah. I'm guessing his SG has probably been sighted, but I'm not sure due to all the ducking and so on. Which could make a pretty big difference.
Yeah, it could make a huge difference.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Propasta seen the shotgunner.
Yeah, and it is likely taking the less expected route straight up to those buildings at the top, where both the Propass MGs will be incredibly vulnerable.
Yeah, let's play turn 2.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a well-placed rocket there by Propast.
well, yeah, and a really nice snipe too.
Looks like Propast failed a bit with his MG there. It just stopped at the end there nicely at sniper angle.
Oh yeah. Um. Yeah. I would say I'm not exactly sure what he was attempting to do. That turn.
I think he was trying to
Both kills.
scout and
Yeah.
just ended his turn in a silly place.
Yeah. Both kills seem a little odd to me. As that kind of rocket hit is not so difficult to plan for. Obviously, you don't know it's coming, but you never need to bring the sniper into a place where it can get hit like that. I mean, it's very easy to avoid. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Siren could probably have accounted for a possible rocket that way. But of course, probably the only way for it to kill his sniper there was by hitting the very edge of the box, like it did.
Yeah.
He might have tested with it hitting further up, and that might have shown results of it not killing the sniper.
Yeah, a common mistake that I've noticed in my own play is that I don't test. I test for the plan, but I don't test for my opponent's best way of executing it, and that often leads me to run into certain problems like that.
Yeah. Right.
All right, let's play turn 3.
Yep. Siren manages to get his shotgun killed, and I think he's now unlikely to win this match, as he's down to 2 units with not exactly great positions.
Yeah, looks like Propass must have scouted that shotgunner, and he uses he places the MG just there, which is probably just enough to zone out the any approach by the shotgunner from that direction. So, nice play from Propass there.
Yep.
Let's look at turn 4.
Ooh, almost gets taken out by a rocket and then gets taken out by an MG instead. That's a nice opening move by Propust. Opens up the area there, thus netting a kill with his MG.
Yeah, I guess that's interesting. The number 3 MG must have been forced to move. It goes into a place, hoping to save itself, but obviously where it's going to be tremendously out of position, going into turn 5. So a little strange.
Yeah.
A little strange that we're seeing so much happen on the flanks here.
Yeah.
But.
And Siren has now basically lost the game, so I'm guessing he either runs his sniper out of the game or gets taken off by a rocket or the top MG. Yeah, he runs out of the game, which isn't strange considering he had basically no way to win now.
Right.
So yeah, due to a number of small mistakes, Siren lost this match. It could probably easily have gone the other way, especially due to Propust's loss of this MG on turn 2.
Right.
But the loss of Siren's shotgunner basically doomed the match.
Yeah. So are you opened up on the next game?
In a moment.
That was such a weird sentence. Have you loaded the next game then? That's a better way to say it.
Right, sniper, grenade launcher, and MG versus MG, SG, and grenade launcher. Yeah, on this map at least, I'd prefer the SG over the sniper, even though there are quite a few open spaces. They aren't really big enough to be particularly useful, I'd say.
Yeah.
But by winning a bid here as the green team, one could use the sniper to cover the bottom or the top and then advance up there in relative safety.
Yeah, it looks like that's what his strategy is going to be. However, this, this can fail, depending on how well Siron is able to use, in particular, his grenade and shotgunner to hold that top area of the bid line.
Yeah.
Oh man, you sound really phlegmy, like really mucusy. Kinda sucks. Alright, let's have a look at turn 1. Oh, okay.
He actually runs through the building.
Yeah. That was a little surprising, but I guess makes quite a bit of sense. Now, this should be interesting because Propass may be able to catch the shotgun out of position here. And if he does, I mean, obviously he'll have a huge advantage. However, if Siron is able to effectively patrol both the building and the top area with the shotgun, obviously Siron will have the advantage that he started off with. Now, I'm just gonna look again at turn 1 to try and see what was scouted. Yeah, the position of the shotgun was definitely scouted, so we should see that the shotgun move up, and the number 1 MG stand up and try to move forward. So this should be interesting.
Yep.
Let's play turn 2.
And
he moves
fires
down.
Ooh, that's a well-placed grenade.
Ooh.
But he does lose his MG to the shotgunner.
Yeah, that was a very interesting turn. Very interesting that it looks like Propass actually fired to kill the MG with the grenade and not the shotgun.
Probably.
Yeah. Alright, let's look at the well, do you have more to say?
Propass has somewhat of a positional advantage right now, but the shotgunner can get up there pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, I would say that. Well, I mean, with the grenade, I mean, it's always up in the air as to whether or not, it can be fired and maneuvered right, take out one of the units, and then the game will definitely be Propass to win. So
yeah, let's see them. Siron actually decides to go through the room. He might get picked off by grenade now, so it might be easy for Propass to win, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously needs to watch out here because his units are grouped together, and that grenade is in a really nice position, and obviously will be firing in that top area. So, let's see what happens.
Yep.
And it looks like a
nice.
very well placed grenade from Siron wins him the game, and allows him to get at least one win in the match, save himself from getting 3-0'd. So, really nice match between two great players.
Yep. Let's go onto the final. Propass versus Jeffis for something like the second or third time.
Really? That's right. We did cover one other final, right, with Propass and Jeffis.
Yeah, and one semi-final or something, I think.
Yeah.
Right, once again, first up is secure.
I'm just
No,
going
I
there.
said propast. As far as I know, at least. Right, 2 MGs versus an MG and a grenade launcher. Yeah, Propast's bid looks pretty defensible, but that grenade launcher can make it hard for him.
Yeah, I would say it looks like a pretty standard bid from Propast. I mean, he's going to have to watch out for the grenader. It's a little odd, you know, watching these kind of secure games because we can't see exactly where the spawn areas are. But I would say looks like a pretty standard way of playing from Propast's perspective.
Yeah. Let's look at turn 1 then.
Yeah. Decides to move forward. This is a really nice play given the fact that Jeff has decided not to move and to see what his opponent did on the first turn.
Do you even know the difference between pronunciation and spelling, Total Warmage?
No, I think he's saying spelling for the word pronunciation, which is spelled wrong. I believe. I don't know.
No
Fuck
one
it.
knows.
Alright, and let's play the next turn.
Yep.
Turn 2, we start to move forward from Jeffus.
Yep.
Propast does a nice job dodging that grenade. That's like it's so hard. I really think that they should take explosives out of secure.
It can be
Anyway,
interesting, really. So it
What'd you
varies.
say?
It can be interesting.
yeah, of course it's always interesting, but when you're, I mean,
Yeah,
and
it's not
of course the game
it's
is
not
quite
very
fun.
suited for tournaments, but
Yeah.
it's fun in regular matches.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it balances out once we switch to Swiss mode anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's the big thing. That's one of the things I think is kind of a bit of a problem with the game right now is that it's hard to get a genuine competitive space in which to play. But obviously the game itself is still fantastic. We just are waiting on the developers to patch the game. Anyway, let's go into turn 4.
Turn 3.
Oh, turn 3.
A pretty late grenade by Jeffeth this time, which can be
Yeah.
somewhat limiting for him in the next turns.
Yeah, definitely. Still amazing that Propast is dodging these grenades, especially given how how close he is to the grenade.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He must just be really confident at predicting where that thing is gonna go.
Well, he's fought Jeffeth a bunch of times, so I guess he knows his tactics by now.
Oh wow! I'm sorry. Are we playing turn 4 yet?
Now we are.
Okay. Oh wow!
Ooh, that's nicely placed.
Yeah. It looks like the MG actually gets him, right?
Yeah, it's the MG.
Yeah.
And yeah, now it's basically one for Jeffeth.
Yeah, that was a nice way of charging the bid line. A little strange to me that Propast decides not to move number 1 down there.
Well, Propast couldn't have managed to take out that grenade launcher time, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the fact that Propast leaves the number 1 MG down at the bottom, where it is quite out of position with regard to you know, the top area. But he said, Ethan says he missed the beginning.
I saw
run
it.
the whole
I'm
thing.
currently rerunning it.
Oh, okay, great. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna start to load up the next game.
Yeah, and it's done now, so... And yeah, next up is Disputed. Ooh, nice and big teams.
Oh, good. It's a 5 versus 5 disputed game. My absolute favorite.
Yeah, but
Game
there's a
mode to
rocket
play.
launcher and 2 snipers.
And 2 shotguns. I mean, these kind of well, here on this map, the snipers. Unfortunately, it's going to take quite a long time for them to get into an effective position. Unless,
the
of
rocket
course,
launcher can just
yeah, you
open
can
up
use the rocket.
nice line of fire through the middle
Yeah.
here, for example.
Yeah, but even then, it's going to be quite difficult for him to, you know, to get like the optimum placement for 2 snipers. Seems quite a bit hard to do with all the buildings on his side of the map, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, well, turn 1 then. Bunch of positioning, and yeah, he starts taking out the middle building here.
Yeah, and it looks like Propass strategy is quite good. He's going to be taking it right to his opponent. Not worried about getting hit by a stray rocket so much, but just trying to charge through those buildings somehow. I mean, just from the positioning of these units, that's just what I'm guessing. I obviously can't be certain, but always like to see that kind of play versus a rocket, because and this type of unit composition, because it's so slow, and so long as you're able to use those speedy units to get good positions, you can lose 1 or even 2.
Yep. Right, let's see how it goes in turn 2 then. There are no clear advantages quite yet, at least.
Oh!
Ooh, really nicely placed rocket there, taking out
Yeah.
1 MG, 1 unit, yeah, from what I can tell.
Yeah. So my earlier
the
whole,
SG.
yeah. So my earlier whole thing about taking it right to him, unfortunately, well, it does look like he hesitates for just a little bit with the SG down there, and pays for it with his life. But really nice play from Jeffus. At this point in the game, of course, he will have to devise some plan for contesting the central portion of the map.
But he does have an advantage now that he's taken out 1 of the SGs.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, let's see a turn 3
Dry
then.
fire. Wait. Dry fire asks Jeffus, did you see a unit down there, or is it just a good guess? I believe that was just a really good guess, right? Well, no, he did see the units at the lower part of the map. I wonder if this is interesting. And it looks like Propass saw Jeffus, too, at least a little bit. So
Probably.
frustrating that... It's quite frustrating that we can't see what the players see, but
That's why we got to keep bugging Omroth.
yeah, we gotta keep bugging. That's why I'm saying this stuff in the... Anyway, not like he actually watches this. Anyway,
Right, let's watch turn 3 though.
yeah, let's watch turn 3. Sorry, I was just looking at turn 2 again, but...
Yeah, not much interesting happens during turn 3.
And Jeffis starts to move forward for those central positions, being playing very interestingly with his snipers. An interesting idea, moving them into such positions, such aggressive central positions. But I guess, if you think about it, with the support of the MGs, they can actually, be somewhat effective. Either with distractions or even, supporting fire.
Yep.
Let's look at turn 4.
Yeah. Propulse manages to take out the rocket launcher, and he's quite lucky with a box spawning right behind him and right under another of his units, and right to the right of a third of his units. Yeah, he's got 4 boxes within easy grabbing range, but the top left box there might be hard to grab without getting killed by an MG or sniper.
Yeah, although I think he could probably even make that distance. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Let's take a look at turn 5.
Yep. And yeah, he grabs 4 of the boxes and doesn't lose any units.
And in my whole spiel about the the snipers, like, praising Jeffis for this interesting decision making, they all just get taken out on turn 5, unfortunately, and that looks like be the end of the game.
Yeah.
But well played from Propast, and
this is 1 MG, 2 actually. And
yeah,
he wins with 60 points. So yeah, that was nicely played and pretty lucky on those boxes there.
Yeah.
Right, let's see the last one then. And this is Charge.
Yep. And fairly even teams, although one could argue whether or not they like I might like the grenade launcher on this map because it's a little difficult for the sniper to find a role, though it can be quite powerful at the top area of the map where Propast decides to start his sniper off.
Yep.
And let's look at turn 1.
Yep. Yeah, not much happens in turn 1 here.
Propast is leaving the bottom portion of the map a little vulnerable. Depending on the kind of read Jeffis gets here, he could get a very strong position if he runs towards the bottom. But, it's impossible to make that kind of decision without necessary scouting information. So,
yeah,
let's take a look at turn 2.
Nice grenade there. It would have been very useful if Propast had been more aggressive.
Yeah, he decides to drop back, which I don't know. I kind of question the decision. Obviously, he has to be worried about the grenade, but I don't know how worried. That particular play looked a little too paranoid, in my opinion.
Yeah, let's see turn 3 then. More grenading. And Propast is still passive here.
Yeah.
And it will probably be hard for him to win now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
turn 4,
now,
he starts getting aggressive, which he basically had to do by now, really. And, well, no clear advantages quite yet, but Propast has to get to the line with one of his MGs very quickly if he is to win.
I keep looking at this sort of backwards and thinking that Jeffis is charging the line. But yeah, I would say Jeffis has really nice control over that bid line. And Propast is unfortunately, yeah, like you said, a bit too passive, um, with his units, and he's gonna have a really hard time even just making it to the bid line,
Yeah.
in the next 2 turns.
Well, and if Propulswith's MG1 had waited a bit at the end there, he wouldn't have been spotted by the grenade launcher and would thus have much better chances of actually getting to the line.
Oh yeah,
As then he'd have the entire 5th turn without Jeffis having intel on the MG.
that's true. But I mean, obviously he was scouting, so
Sure.
he has to be a bit
But-
worried that he's gonna run his
Yeah,
unit
but
out.
the advantage of him being undetected is somewhat bigger of the advantage than of Jeffis being undetected, I'd say.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, let's see the 5th turn then. And yeah, since... Huh. Ah,
Looks like
Jeffis takes out the... Oh, sorry, I'm playing the wrong turn now. Yeah. Jeffis manages to take out the bottom MG. And I'm guessing he takes out the top MG on this next turn now.
yeah, with a. Are you looking at turn 6?
Yeah. Yeah, he takes it out with a grenade. Nice,
With a-
placed
yeah.
grenade.
Very nice play there. Using the MG and the MG and the grenade together at the end there to cover all areas that Propas could have tried to charge the bid line.
And apparently he didn't know where Propost's top MG was after the very beginning of turn 5. So he was basically firing his grenade launcher blindly.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said in chat.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's the last game, right? That we had to do.
Yep.
No, oh yeah, no, we have one more. We have your our game of the week.
Yeah, right, let me just find that game ID. Yeah. There were very few submissions this week, so for once the game of the week is one of my own. It's from one of the rounds in DGL 11, isn't it? And yeah, and you'll see soon why it's interesting. We won't really do all that much commenting on this game.
Wait, 1 second, minute. I just wanted to take a time out to congratulate Jeffis for winning his 3rd DGL, which in my book makes him the most unbeatable. Well, he is the man to beat when it comes to